The Diary of Samuel Pepys, 21st of April, 1661. Lord's Day. In the morning we were troubled to hear it rain as it did, because of the great show tomorrow. After I was ready, I walked to my father's, and there found the late maid begone, and another come by my mother's choice, which my father do not like, and so great difference there will be between my father and mother about it. Here dined Dr. Thomas Pepys and Dr. Fairbrother, and all our talk about tomorrow's show, and our trouble that it is like to be a wet day. After dinner comes in my cousin Snow and his wife, and I think stay there till the show be over. Then I went home, and all the way so thronged with people to see the triumphal arches that I could hardly pass for them. So home, people being at church, and I got home unseen, and so up to my chamber, and saw done these last 5 or 6 days' diaries. My mind a little troubled about my workmen, which, being foreigners, are like to be troubled by a couple of lazy rogues that worked with me the other day, that are citizens, and so my work will be hindered, but I must prevent it if I can. The 22nd of April, 1661. The King's going from Ye Tower to Whitehall. Up early and made myself as fine as I could, and put on my velvet coat the first day that I put it on, though made half a year ago. And being ready, Sir William Batten, my lady, and his 2 daughters, and his son and wife, and Sir William Penn and his son, and I, went to Mr. Young's, the flag maker, in Cornhill, and there we had a good room to ourselves, with wine and good cake, and saw the show very well, in which 'tis impossible to relate the glory of this day, expressing the clothes of them that rid, and their horses, and horses' clothes, among others my Lord Sandwich's. Embroidery and diamonds were ordinary among them. The Knights of the Bath was a brave sight of itself, and their esquires, among with Mr. Armiger, was an esquire to one of the knights. Remarkable were the 2 men that represent the 2 Dukes of Normandy and Aquitaine. The bishops come next, after barons, which is the higher place, which makes me think that the next Parliament they will be called to the House of Lords. My Lord Monk rode bare after the King, and led in his hand the spare horse, as being master of the horse. The King, in a most rich embroidered suit and cloak, looked most noble. Wadlow, the vintner, at the Devil in Fleet Street, did lead a fine company of soldiers, all young comely men in white doublets. There followed the Vice-Chamberlain, Sir George Carteret, a company of men, all like Turks, but I know not yet what they are for. The streets all gravelled, and the houses hung with carpets before them, and made brave show, and all the ladies out of the windows, one of which over against us I took much notice of, and spoke of her, which made good sport among us. So glorious was the show with gold and silver that they were not able to look at it, our eyes at last being so much overcome with it. Both the King and the Duke of York took notice of us, as he saw us at the window. The show being ended, Mr. Young did give us a dinner, at which we were very merry, and pleased above imagination at what we have seen. Sir William Batten going home, he and I called and drunk some mum, and laid our wager about my Lady Falconbridge's name, which he says not to be Mary, and so I won above 20 shillings. So home, where Will and the boy stayed and saw the show upon Tower Hill, and Jane at Thomas Pepys's the turner, and my wife at Charles Glasscock's in Fleet Street. In the evening by water to Whitehall, and to my lord's, and there I spoke with my lord. He talked with me about his suit, which was made in France, and cost him £200, and very rich it is with embroidery. I lay with Mr. Shepley, and continue tomorrow. Tuesday, the 23rd of April, 1661. Coronation Day, continued from yesterday. About 4 I rose and got to the Abbey, where I followed Sir John Denham, the surveyor, with some company that he was leading in, and with much ado, by the favour of Mr. Cooper, his man, did get up into a great scaffold across the north end of the Abbey, where, with a great deal of patience, I sat from past 4 till 11, before the king came in, and a great pleasure it was to see the abbey raised in the middle, all covered with red, and a throne, that is a chair, and footstool on the top of it, and all the officers of all kinds, so much as the very fiddlers in red vests.